Welcome back. This is the candidates forum for the 2012 student election. We have the candidates running for president of Student Governance Association with us now. Each member of the panel has prepared a set of questions in advance to be asked. The same question will be asked of each candidate by the panel members. You're expected to give a brief and direct answer, and you have approximately 1 minute to answer those questions. After the question has been asked, the student will be given an opportunity to give a final statement. With that being said, Ms. Lilly, would you start us off?
Okay, Mr. Artis? Ms. Artis, I'm sorry. How do you plan to make students aware of the programs and services available here at Prince George's Community College?
Well, I think the best way to go about doing that is through communication. You just, as a president, you can't be in the shadows. You basically have to go out there and reach out to students where they're at. So if that means going to the cafeteria and speaking with students or going to the student lounge and conversing with them, then so be it.
Mr. Thompson, same question.
To get more students to be involved and to know about the events going on around campus, being involved and not being in the background is key. Having a fun-going attitude, having a positive attitude towards the events, and having more students hear about it from word of mouth as well as flyers and text and all that, it'd make it a lot more simple and a lot easier to get more students to get the word out there.
Thank you. Ms. Howard.
Ms. Artis, many students do not participate in activities here on campus. How do you plan to engage students to make them interested in participating in the activities that we have to offer on Prince George's Community College campus?
Okay. Well, I basically believe in leading by example. So by reaching out to the students and telling them about the activities that I enjoy here on the campus and the services that are offered here to them and things that I am engaged in can sort of serve as an example towards why these services and programs are out there for them for their betterment. So by saying, you know, why don't you come down to College Life Services, Bluesburg Blues Festival, which is quite, you know, they have different different activities and different showings and things of that nature, or the Campus Activities Board Music Festival. So.
Mr. Thompson, same question.
Well, my first idea to get more students to engage sorry, in activities and being involved in the campus would be, again, coming at them with a positive attitude, like you said, leading by example, and showing them that being in school and being in college is more than just going to class and going home. You can be involved in a community college as well as being a part of the community. So giving back and having fun at the same time is always a good side.
Thank you.
For the next two questions, Mr. Thompson will be asked and answered first, and then Ms. Artis will ask and answer second.
Thank you.
Ms. Williams, your question of Mr. Thompson.
Mr. Thompson, what do you intend to do about the lack of communication between the office you're running for, the media community as a whole, and the campus community at large?
For one thing, I would have to be very proactive, have a very strong initiative, and be very upfront and straightforward to the point where getting things done is very important, and having an attitude of getting it done as well as not allowing any failures would push me to communicate more with anyone else that needs to communicate with.
Thank you. Ms. Artis, same question.
Well, I personally have certain advantages in the sense that I know people within the marketing and creative services department, like Ms. Mona Rock, and I also know Ms. Renee Howard, who actually, if I'm not mistaken, hosts one of the radio shows here. So just by utilizing those opportunities that that are available to me and that are available to anyone, I could just utilize those to try to reach out further to the campus community by allowing my voice to be heard, or by using other students' voices to be heard using those outlets. So.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Howard.
Mr. Thompson, if elected, what changes do you plan to effect with your position?
Main changes would be inactivity of clubs and getting more students involved and getting them to know more things about campus. Being involved with several clubs, being president of Starlight Anime Society and vice president of Sega, I hope to change just the whole fact that you're here for more than just education. You're here to make a solid foundation, have friendships, and go on about your business, as well as having a personal and professional development. So I would say growing as a person and growing in the community is what I hope to change.
Ms. Artis, same question.
Well, personally, the impact that I would like to make through the position of president of Student Governance Association is basically to sort of course, excuse me, in my term alone, I cannot affect or change every single issue that I run into or that I know directly affects students. But one thing that I definitely would like to tap into is student apathy, and also with certain issues that I personally and a few students that I know personally have with, for instance, the lockers on campus, about why students are unable to utilize them, and also with the smoking signs, which actually I just saw today are being plastered around campus in red signs, which I thought was very, very nice. But I just wanted to work towards possibly advocating a certain area where people smoke, if not the courtyard or something like that. So just working on certain issues that I find that I am personally passionate about and that I know other students are passionate about, as well as affecting student apathy.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you. Thank you for your responses to the questions. Now the students running for the office of President of Student Governance Association will make a 1-minute closing statement. Mr. Thompson.
Well, thank you guys for having me here. And hopefully you choose who you want to vote for and we'll make the best change, because whichever one it is will be a win for you and for me as well. I do know that this would be a great opportunity for either of us to have the winning ballot and pretty much the lead and be the main voice for the students if no one else can.
Thank you. Ms. Artis?
Well, I also would like to say thank you to everybody here on the panel, and also thank you to everybody else watching and recording as well. And I personally would like to say, if I am elected to President of Student Governance Association, that I will utilize every resource or opportunity that is afforded to me to try to get your voice to be heard. Because one thing about being the president of SGA is the fact that you are a student first. So you know what affects you directly, so therefore you can be more passionate and more determined in regards to making, or at least trying to voice those changes, so people like the Board of Trustees can work towards changing policies or even making policies.
Well, I would like to remind everyone that the polls will open for the election on the 21st, Saturday, the 21st of April, and close midnight the 27th of April. To vote, you must go to MyPGCC, the student portal, and click on the student election icon and cast your vote. Again, that's Saturday, April 21st through Friday, April 27th. Please tell everyone to sign on to the student portal. Click on the student icon, the student election icon, and cast your vote. Dr. Baker-Brown?
Thank you, Dean Nicholson. I wish to thank all the candidates who participated in today's forum. I wish you all good luck. On behalf of the President, Dr. Charlene Dukes, the Vice President for Student Services, Dr. Tyon Lee, the Dean of College Life Services, Mr. Malvers Nicholson, the Program Director of College Life Services, Ms. Paulette McIntosh, and the Students Election Committee, thank you for taking the time to represent the Prince George's Community College student body. We would like to use this opportunity to encourage the entire Prince George's Community College student body to get out and vote. Remember, if you don't vote, you have accepted someone else's choice. Election day is April 21st, as the dean said, through to the 27th, and it closes at midnight. So vote, and make sure your friends vote as well. Have a great afternoon.